Hey everyone, my name's Lisa Ann, and in this video we're going to be talking all about how to grow your email list using something that we like to call a lead magnet. So as a busy business owner yourself, I know I don't need to point out that although being your own boss is fantastic, you still have a lot of weight on your shoulders. You have a business to build, you have to manage a business, you have to run your business, sell for your business, create for your business, you have to build your relationships, but you get it. Your business is your pride and joy, and really that's what makes it a little bit different than our employees, right? We have the drive to build something impactful, but the two complaints I hear from entrepreneurs very, very often comes down to reaching more clients and selling them. I personally hate selling. I'm not good at selling. I don't know any more people. I'd rather wait for people to come to me. And I get it. I hear all those excuses. And really, not everyone is built for sales, and marketing can be a little bit stressful. Like I said, I personally hate selling. That's why if you ever talk to me, I would rather share the vision of what we could build for your business to automate and scale it. And sure, that turned out to be my way of selling, but when I can really just let my mind be creative and share the possibilities, it takes a lot of that pressure off of me to sell. Now, after diving deep into other sales pitches, sales advice, and trial and error, I realized what made me quite different from many entrepreneurs out there. And for this reason alone, selling to me really just became naturally. The difference is that by the time that they actually talk to me, my prospects, they already know exactly what they're getting because they've already built a relationship with me. So by the time they actually get to that strategy call with me, they know what they're doing. The strategy call is just a matter of the how. And really that's where my strategy planning and my experience come into play. But at that point though, I know I've already generated that lead. Now, how did I do that? That's what I want to get into with this video. I want to share with you how to generate leads on autopilot in a way that builds relationships. So by the time that they actually talk to you, selling is at ease. So first and foremost, how do you generate leads on automation? We do that through something called a lead magnet, which is similar to when you dangle that carrot in front of the bunny, or when you really just put that worm in front of the fish to try to catch them. Your lead magnet is bait to attract those people that you want inside of your bubble. Now, the most common type of lead magnets is free ebooks, let's say giveaways, downloads, video series. Now, depending on your industry, they still may be sufficient, but as the world gets busier and the competition gets higher, our audience behavior is starting to change too. And people want answers quickly. Your lead magnet should give them just that. So that, in short, is what a lead magnet is. It's a way to get people's attention, collect their emails, and hope that they will soon turn into that client or customer. Now, although lead magnets are perfect to increase your email list with high quality leads, they also take me back to that selling piece. But from this time, let's look at it from the consumer perspective. People hate being sold to. I'm sure you can agree to that. Buy me, those type of advertising, they can work in the digital marketing world, but it's not the most cost-effective way, and it doesn't attract higher quality leads. A lead magnet is a key to generating high quality prospects for your business, especially if you design a lead magnet for your business that is truly something your audience wants, not needs. There's a difference. You may think that your audience wants to know the 100 different ways to draw a whale, let's say, but in reality, they just want to draw a dang whale, and they only want to draw one. You may think that it's more valuable teaching someone step by step on how to write an email, but wouldn't it be quicker for them to just have the emails already pre-built? It's less work for them, but it also solves their issue. So of course, once you've found the lead magnet that suits your audience best, and once you've automated it, the selling just happens on your behalf. That's the beauty of using lead magnets. They will work for you to generate leads, not the other way around. They work so well that I actually have a lead magnet running for my business 24/7, 365 days of the year. Think about it for a moment. On your very first visit to someone's website, do you usually buy something? Or are you doing a bit of looking first? Most visitors on a website, they don't buy anything on their first visit. If it's a blog post, let's say, most visitors, they forget the site shortly after they found what they were looking for. Now tell me this hasn't happened to you. Perhaps this, of course, could be an epic win for the little guy, but these instances, this is a massive loss for your business. So what's the solution? One way is to capture their email address. Build an email list and start building relationships. We do that through our lead magnets. So let's get right into the top 5 reasons on why you should have a lead magnet for your business. Reason number 1, obviously what I've been talking about. You can generate high quality leads on automation while you sleep, while you travel, play with your kids, or work on growing your business. Secondly, it builds your email list, which you own. You don't own your social media followers. Do you know that? You can lose that at any day. Facebook or Instagram, they can disappear. But when you collect an email list with someone's consent, you own that. So reason number 3 comes down to building trust and authority. This will help position you as that go-to expert in your industry. So when you give someone exactly what they need and they see a good outcome, you're going way up in their books. And they're most likely to become a customer short after that. So reason number 4 is something that I wish I focused on when I first started my business. I was, at the time, only focused on the back end of my business. I wasn't really known in the industry. I was really that behind the scene type of girl. But reason number 4 is lead magnets. They help you build a loyal fan base. So this one is really big in today's world. There are so many people out there that do what you do. You know that, I know that. But that's not a reason for us to say that we're never going to be successful. It's a matter of building the right offer for the right person and putting it in front of their eyes at the right time. And last but not least, you can instantly communicate with your audience and complete research at any time. So this is something that people don't think about. You can email your list whenever you feel like it. If you have a question, ask them. You'll be surprised at how quickly people respond to your questions when they feel like you are actually talking to them individually. Now, let's discuss some examples of lead magnets that you can create for your business. So the first thing, let's look at your avatar. Ask yourself, or even ask them, what you can give them to help them solve a particular problem or challenge that they are facing. There are so many different options that you can do, honestly, but for this example, I'm going to share 5 completely different lead magnets with you in hopes to spark some ideas. So number 1, this is where you do a free software trial. So these are usually offered by digital marketing and software companies. Free trials give people a chance to try your software for free before committing to a purchase. I'm sure we've all gone through these. These offers usually have those deadlines, so ranging from, let's say, 3 days, 30 days, sometimes they're a little bit more. But a creative software like those, so let's say Adobe Suites, it's known for this, among other companies like that across the industry. But be sure to download products from companies that what they actually specialize in. So I've actually seen marketing companies sell antivirus softwares, and quite honestly, it's absurd. Just go with McAfee or some other company that is known for creating digital security products. This also should make you realize that you don't want to be creating something that isn't within your expertise. People may find it questionable, but just stick to what you're good at. Now, example number 2 is offering discounts or coupons. So this type of lead magnet is really ideal for e-commerce business. So offering discounts to your customers, of course, it helps save them money. And who doesn't like saving money? But from a business perspective, it's easy to get them started with your company in hopes that they're going to come back, which they obviously will if they have a positive experience with you and your business. Now, another example is using downloads, or sometimes these are categorized as bonus features. So bonus features basically are resources that offer incentives. So these could be in the forms of ebooks, of checklists, of guides. They're usually in a PDF format. It's really something that's going to help further educate your potential customers. Oh, let's go on to the next one. So quizzes. Quizzes are so hot right now. Remember how I said people want instant answers? A quiz is the best way to personalize and provide instant results. They can be entertaining, such as, what Disney character are you? Or maybe it's more educational, like the one that I use personally, of what path you should go down to start your own business. Both are engaging ways to build your email list. Now, the last one is especially important now that every single industry almost has jumped in the online world. So let's talk about webinars. If you have a webinar full of helpful information versus, let's say, doing an in-person seminar or a coaching session, it's a great way to attract prospects and really let them dip their toes in with working with you. Now, webinars and quizzes, that's personally what I use in my business. But of course, there are so many different types of lead magnets out there, and regardless of which you choose to build your email list, remember that the goal is to make sure that your audience gets excited about them and the fact that they won't refuse your offer. Now, to speak to that, let's give you a couple guidelines on how to make an effective lead magnet. And number one, make sure you're solving them a problem. Ask yourself, does your lead magnet offer any value? And this really comes to understanding your audience. So make sure you learn about your audience, their issues, and how your resource will actually help them. The more valuable the freebie is going to be, the more people are going to like it. Now, achieving a winning goal for your prospect, that's huge. Ask yourself, are you setting any expectations? Broken promises are the worst. So make sure that you're actually exceeding your prospect expectations and accomplishing a big win. Now, one way to do this is put yourself in their shoes. If you're not impressed and enticed by your lead magnet, chances are it can probably use some refinement. So work on it. It's as simple as that. Ask yourself, if you put in all the necessary work, the more you pay attention to your lead magnet, to be honest, that's the better the outcome you'll get. Now, I'll also make a point in saying that don't let being a perfectionist hold you back. So that is for all my perfectionists out there. I'm with you, but sometimes we actually hold ourselves back. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it does need to be valuable. Let me just leave it there. Now, let's move on to the actual characteristics of a compelling lead magnet. So first of all, it should be super easy to understand. I'm a checklist, a system, and process type girl. So for me, the lead magnets that I typically fall for are the ones that actually give me actionable steps. So make sure that your lead magnet is well thought out, but also you want to make sure it's not overwhelming. You really have to find that balance between too much information and going above their expectations without scaring them off. Now, the easiest way to do that is obviously taking me to my second tip. So make sure that your lead magnet is focused on one topic. This is going to solve a lot of things. To stand out, lead magnets really should be specific, but not that broad that it's 250 pages, but not too specific that it's only relevant to a very small group of people. Think of it as throwing that nets in rather than dropping the hook. Now, another point to make is to make sure that your lead magnet is actually useful. Remember, this is going to make an impact on your audience views of you and your business. So imagine if this was their very first impression of you. They provided you with their contact information to get an incredible download. They download it and it's nothing that they thought it would be. Remember, over-deliver with value. An easy way to do this is ask yourself, what's the purpose of the lead magnet? Now, obviously, besides the fact that the goal is to actually generate leads, think about it from your audience's shoes. Is it to educate, to entertain? Whatever it is, it should be beneficial to your audience. Okay, so my next tip, and actually this is my second last tip for you. Make sure that your lead magnet is easy to get access to. Don't make your audience wait for too long to get their download. And actually, this is where you'll want to get into email autoresponders. So what that is, in short, it will basically email someone automatically as soon as they ask for it. That way, it follows up, doesn't have to do anything for you. It's incredible. I'll get to that in another video, but make sure that you don't ask them to fill in too much information either or follow too many steps to get access to it. In my opinion, the simpler the better, to be honest. So asking too much information too soon actually will repel people, and it usually makes them opt out of your process pretty early. Now, obviously at this stage, our goal is to generate a lead that is interested, and we can actually start to build a relationship with them through a lead magnet. Now, of course, you'll want to make it super simple, both from the front end perspective and the back end. So think of this as their first encounter with you. How do you want them to look at you in your business? What do you want to stand for? Use those questions from a design aspect, but I also want you to consider the experience that your new lead is having. From the moment they see you and go through your simple opt-in process, make the back end just as simple and lay it out for them. Be super organized. You'll actually definitely want to leverage formatting things such as your fonts and incorporating graphics. But again, make sure you keep it simple, just in a way that actually looks good. Now, if you're not a graphic designer, don't worry, you don't have to be, neither am I. I'm lucky enough to now have a talented graphic designer working with me, but I also use a free program called Fiverr quite a lot. This is not an endorsement for Fiverr. I'm not getting paid to say this, but it's an incredible tool that I wanted to make sure that I shared with you. For anyone out there that is not that creative, it is amazing if you want to do any graphic design, PowerPoints, let's say Facebook covers, Instagram stories, PDFs, you name it. There is the free account. I personally use the pro version because I love the fact that it will take the background out of my images, but the free version, it works as well. But I will get right to the chase. If you are looking for lead generation of highly targeted prospects, lead magnets are a simple, automated, effective way to do it. Plus, like I said, it will run for you 24/7, 365 days of the year, all around the world if you really wanted it to. So I'll actually link a couple of my lead magnets in the description for you to give you some ideas. But if you have any questions or want any feedback on your lead magnet, you can reach me across all social media channels at Lisa Ann Coaching, or feel free to join my private Babes in Business Facebook group. I hope to see you there, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.